Today, you're about to become a farmer, a dreamer, a bucket list checker offer, all in 5 minutes. Hope you got enough protein this morning. If you've been around YNAB for more than 4 seconds, you've probably heard someone somewhere gush over their wish farm. Wishy, hoobie, wetty? I came here for financial advice, not agricultural techniques. While a YNAB wish farm does thrive on some hardy agronomists like TLC, this money growing technique has a lot less to do with getting that good soil under your fingernails and a lot more to do with harvesting your biggest hopes all the way down to your smallest dreams. Overalls, optional. Dang it, I was gonna snap and then I was gonna be wearing my overalls, but I forgot them at home. So pretend I'm in denim with a little straw coming out of my teeth. Invented by longtime YNABber and YNAB workshop extraordinaire Dave, the wish farm is the sacred space in our spending plan where we intentionally tuck dollars away for all the gotta have it's on our wish list. This is the push of permission chronic savers need to actually spend on the things that bring them joy, and it is amazing for the self-diagnosed spender who wants a little more structure to their indulgence. And while YNABers used to build up their wish farm from scratch, the whole process just got a little bit easier thanks to YNAB's wish farm template. So let's go ahead and barn raise a wish farm together from start to finish. You can snag the ever popular wish farm template by hopping on your computer and heading over to ynab.com/templates. From here, you can select the wish farm template and import it directly into your YNAB account. I'm gonna add this wish farm template to the current spending plan, and we're gonna import all these categories as is. But don't worry, ultimate customization is quickly on the way. Give YNAB a little scrolly scroll and you'll find any freshly imported templates at the bottom of your spending plan. The wish farm template comes with 3 category groups: Read Me, Wish Farm, and Wish List. About this template gives you a little backstory of the wish farm in the notes, as well as a brief explanation of how it works. You can delete this category and group once you've read it, or leave it to refer back to later. Essentially, the wish farm is the place where you water, feed, and grow your wishes. But before we start tossing out that good fertilizer, you can't have a wish farm without a wish list. Your wish list is like your little butterfly net. It's the place where you catch whatever ideas or purchases excite you. The moment I see something that catches my eye, a pricey new winter coat, or an idea for a trip, or maybe the thought of booking a long overdue massage, I capture it in my wish list. Any wishes, big or small. It's literally as easy as just creating a new category for anything that tugs on your heartstrings, or your brain strings, or your hobby strings. Now, these categories are just placeholders here to inspire you, so I'm gonna clear these out and add my own. Currently on my wish list is a pair of sneakers, an air purifier, an electric mop because I can't be bothered to clean my floors if it requires any amount of effort, apparently, a bougie tube of mascara, and a new king-size bed because children. Now, one of these things is $25, another is $4,000. Kinda different. But we love that. In fact, we actually encourage it because having only massive goals can feel really slow and unsatisfying as they just take longer to cultivate. And only having smaller wishes can be awesome, but we can also hold ourselves back from realizing what bigger opportunities we also have at our fingertips. So in the spirit of maintaining that variety, we're gonna go ahead and categorize our wishes into sizes because we found that people maintain the best momentum with their wish farms when they have smaller, quicker goals right alongside the bigger, potentially more far off ones. If we click back into About This template, we can actually see some proposed sizing for our wishes. Small wishes are under $100 and ideally something you hope to accomplish in the next few months. Medium wishes are less than $1,000 and generally a little farther down the road. And large wishes are the big boys, the things you maybe never even thought you could achieve, generally over $1,000. Now, much like this whole template, these size ranges are just a guideline for you. Define your own idea of what a small, medium, and large wish is. You're the farmer, you know the soil, so you know what the best fit is for you. Now that we've defined our wish sizes, we want to go through our whole wish list and label them accordingly. Plenty of ways you can do this. You can tuck the size in the notes section of the category. A lot of people add in a small, medium, or large right into the title name. Or maybe have a little fun, pick a small, medium, and large sized emoji to help you easily tell at a glance Biddy from Biggie. With our wish list off to the races, believe me, you'll probably have 20 more items added by Christmas, it's finally time to throw on your coveralls and plant a few wishes into your wish farm. After clearing out the placeholders, select one small, one medium, and one large wish to move out of your list and into the fruitful soil of your wish farm. Once a wish has been planted into the wish farm, it's time to take action. We're gonna take the first step toward making this wish a reality by creating its very own target. So now comes the research. Hone in on what make and model you're getting or what retailer you're gonna buy it from. And hey, you knew it'd cost somewhere between $100 and $200 probably. But how much money do we truly need to purchase this wish, like down to the penny? Amazon says the electric mop I'm drooling over is $159, but we all know that's a lie. My little hack is just to drop it into my online cart and pretend I'm gonna buy it, so Amazon or whoever the vendor is calculates the taxes and shipping for me. Then I take that number to the penny, or let's be honest, I usually round up to the dollar just to be safe and because I hate uneven numbers, and set it as my target. If you're hoping to achieve this goal by a certain time, you can add a date to your target to help you maintain momentum and stay on track. If you just plan to tackle this wish as time and money allows, just leave it due date free. That's usually what I do. I also like to make everything a little easier on myself, and if the purchase is online, I'll go ahead and drop the link to that item in the notes section of its category. Any promo codes I think I might be able to apply. Anything that will make purchase day even easier so I can harness all my energy and my excitement into celebrating my wish coming true. Once your targets are set on all 3 wish farm items, it's time to start watering. We water our wish farm with our dollars, slowly funding and nurturing each wish. So maybe it's just a little sprinkling of dollars here and there. You've assigned out your latest paycheck and you still have $80 left over that doesn't need to go anywhere more pressing, so into the wish farm they go. You get some birthday money or a tax return or a freelance check. Maybe some goes into the main spending plan for fun money or to pad your vacation fund to the brim. But you send a hearty chunk off to your large wish first. There are no rules. The point is, water the wishes whenever you want, whenever you can, as often as you want. Eventually, you'll have tossed enough money into one of these categories that those glorious words finally appear. Fully funded, baby. I think you know what comes next. You now have the full and guilt-free pleasure of just going out and buying the dang thing, booking the dang trip, donating the dang financial gift. I feel like I can't say dang about a monetary donation, but I said what I said. Whatever your wish was, you have all you need to go fulfill it. No overthinking, no should I, can I? You made the plan, you followed the plan, you're buying that wish, baby. So let's say I funded my medium goal of the electric mop. I cannot adequately explain the utter joy this brings me and my poor, poor toddler-stricken floors. I placed the Amazon order. Somehow it's on my porch the next night. I don't quite understand the vastness that is Amazon. We are all but specks. Without the wish farm, it either would have felt like an impulse purchase, who really needs an electric mop, my brain says, or I might have just written it off altogether. Now, it just feels right, like any other category in your budget. The mortgage category pays the mortgage, the phone bill category pays the phone bill, and the electric mop category just made me the highest tech mom on the block, who buys an electric mop because she farmed for it. And now I'm the weirdest mom on the block because... What, you farmed for a mop? I'm sorry, what? I'll record my purchase to my mop category and detail what the purchase was in the memo of the transaction. And hey, I might even throw in a little #wishfarm in there. You'll see why in a second. And now, what next? My medium wish of the mop was achieved, so now time to move it out of the wish farm and welcome in your next medium wish. All I'm gonna do is click delete on my mop category, and since we never want to actually delete any real transactions from our spending plan, YNAB will ask me what other category I'd like to rehome my mop transaction to instead. Browsing through my categories, it looks like household items is probably the place I want it to go, seems the most fitting. And because we added that detailed memo to the transaction, I can still easily find this transaction whenever I want by searching electric mop or #wishfarm. And now I can peek back through my wish list, find my next most exciting medium-sized wish, and move that into the wish farm to start watering. A dreamy new high tops, here I go. With the wish farm, I never feel like I'm just spending money willy-nilly. I made a plan and I'm just following the plan. I get to buy the thing I saved up for without the guilt or the second guessing because I have every penny I need set aside just for that. And I know without a doubt that I'm not taking away from any of my other expenses or savings to do it, because they're all happily funded and serving their own purposes up above in my spending plan. And my friends, if you've got a reluctant partner who has a hard time seeing how having a spending plan could actually be freeing instead of controlling, build some of their wishes into your wish farm. Show them how you can upgrade to the king-size bed they literally dream of every night when the twin toddlers are back for the fourth night in a row, not so cutely sprawled out between you and your partner. Or just do what my friend did. Add a category for that ATV he's only been talking about nonstop since you met him 8 years ago. Throw a little extra money toward it every month, sprinkle the remnants of the tax refund on top, and before he knows it, that controlling spending plan just made the dream he's had since he was a boy come true. No compromise to the mortgage, still ready to pay that whopping car insurance bill next month, dining out the same as ever. If that doesn't convert him, I'll send you the link to the electric mop. That might also do the trick. I don't know, pretty enticing. And that's all there is to the wish farm. I've shared my wishes, so I'm dying to know what's making your list. Or if you're already a wish farm extraordinaire, what have been your favorite wish farm purchases so far and what took its place next? Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch ya in the next video. You now have the full and guilt-free pleasure of buying the thing. This is a tale as old as YNAB time. I watched last. Oh, this is so fun. Come on, you ding dong. Just tripped over a studio light. We're fine. What? I need a trim and I need it bad. Yeah. Here's a funny thing. Every time I stand up, I yawn. Is that science? Like something about me standing makes me yawn? The blood flow is going quite well. I'm quite pleased. I'm so proud of myself. So proud of who I've become. I don't know if I'd have a personality if there weren't other accents out there.